In this practice, we might use a couple of yoga blocks. So if you have a couple of those, have them handy at the top of your mat. Let's come and lie down on the back. Bend your knees, feet hip width apart. Rest your hands on your tummy. And let the elbows drop into the earth. And let the shoulders settle. Lengthening the back of your neck. Feel the head rest into the floor. If you like here, you could pop a cushion under your head, especially if you feel the back of the neck is a little tense. And let's just bring the focus to the breath. Notice it come and go on its own, rising and falling in the belly. Now notice how you feel in yourself. Not expecting anything, not judging anything. Just be with how you are in this moment. Eventually begin to slow your breath down. Breathing in, feel the belly rise beneath your hands. And whenever you breathe out, feel the belly sink down into the body. We're going to bring our arms down by our sides now. Hold onto the edges of your mat and draw your knees up into the body, feet off the floor. Let's just take a breath in. And on an out breath, let the knees go forwards over your hips. Lift your feet level with your knees. Keep a gap of about a fist or so between your knees. Now breathe in. And as you breathe out, anchor the back of the waist a little bit closer to the earth. Feel the strength in your core to do that. So you could keep this very simple, but really effective. Just stay here, breathing and keeping the back of the waist close to the earth. Now, otherwise, we're going to add on a little bit, makes it a little more challenging. So breathe in, breathe out. Keep the right leg in the same shape, but move it away from you and tap the floor with your toes. Breathe in and bring it back to where it began. Now breathe out the left leg, same movement. So try to listen in and be conscious as we keep going, alternating the legs. The very important thing here is not to move your pelvis, not to let the gap under the waist get any bigger as your leg is moving away. Your hands are sort of pulling down on the edges of your mat. And you're moving with your breath. So as we exhale, it's challenging. The leg is moving away. So we inhale, comes back to the start. So use that exhale to help you increase the core connection. Slower the better. I'm going to do one more on each side. Be conscious of the leg that's not moving. Make sure it's not moving. Keep your foot level with your knee. When you do the left leg, we're going to finish. That'll do. Bring your knees in. Give yourself a hug. Good, now drop your knees over to the left and just reach your right arm out to the side behind you. You can put your left hand on your top leg there if you like. Breathe in, breathing out. You could turn the head to the right perhaps a little bit, twisting through the neck. I'm going to stay for one more breath here. Long breath out, go a little deeper. Come to the center as you breathe in. And then over the other way with the legs as you breathe out. So you want to keep that right angle if you can here at the knees, which means moving the feet forwards off your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out, soften across the chest into the left shoulder. Again, you might turn the head to the side, you don't have to. Be careful with your neck. Take one more breath. Long breath out. And we're going to come back to the center on the inhale and draw the knees into the body one more time. Exhale. Now take your legs long down your mat, arms overhead, big stretch to the fingers and out through the feet. Breathe out, lift the head, lift the shoulders, lift the hands, just that much, okay? Now breathe in, we're going to engage the pelvic floor and lower belly, and that's going to pull us the rest of the way up. Breathe in when you get up. Sit tall, breathe out, lower down. roll it. Curving the spine. Breathe in, arms overhead. Breathe out, let's do it again. Hands up, head up, just the shoulders off the earth. Now pause, take a breath in, and then engage through your pelvic floor, through your lower belly, and feel that strength curling you up to sitting. Breathe in, breathe out, roll it down. Again, inhale, arms overhead. So if this is very easy for you, on the exhale, keep the hands up quite high. Okay, so take another breath in here. Likewise, if it's very difficult, lower the hands down towards the legs. So we exhale, so you can change the challenge, harder or easier. Breathe in, breathe out, roll it down. So we breathe in, arms overhead, lengthen. Now breathe out, hands up, head up. So say we're finding this very hard, breathe in here. And when you breathe out, you could bring your hands right down to your legs. You could grab your leggings and use that to help pull you up. You could hook your feet in under some furniture too, that would help. Breathe in, so the feet won't come up. Breathe out, roll down. Breathe in, arms overhead. This is the last one. So if you want to make it a little more challenging, let's do that. Hands up, head up, shoulders up. Now breathe in. Now we're going to try and keep our hands up fairly high. Breathe out to come up. Giving your hands up away from the legs as much as you can. Breathe in, let's sit tall. And this time we're going to breathe out and bow forwards. Bending the knees if you like. Drop your head right in here, soften your shoulders. Take a big breath into the lower back. And breathe out, drop in a little deeper. And come up on your inhale halfway, straight spine. And breathe out all the way up and over onto all fours. Put your hands on the ground, spreading the fingers wide. Get down through the base of each finger. Breathe in and lift the head, lift the tailbone, press through the hands, maybe a little wag of your tail here. Now breathe out, round the back, turning the tailbone under, bow the head. Now engage Mula Bandha, pelvic floor muscles. Breathe in, open up into cow. And again, as we exhale into cat, bring that focus to your pelvic floor. Squeezing the sit bones towards each other and feel the strength that feeds into the lower belly. One more, inhale, just like that. Hands firm. Exhale, rounding in. Now inhale, open up one more time. We're going to crawl up the mat a little bit so we've got lots of space behind us. And as we exhale, we'll come to tabletop, which isn't cat or cow, it's right in the middle. Drawing the belly into the back body, the back is flat. Keep your head in line. Breathe in. And we're going to tuck our toes under, and as we breathe out, just hover your knees off the floor. So take a breath. As you breathe out, extend one leg and then the other until you're in plank, full plank, feet apart. Breathe in, come back to that core connection, Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. Breathe out. And we're going to hold it. Take another breath in. Now swing the heels to the right as you breathe out for a side plank, keeping the left foot in front of the right foot right now. Lift the left arm to the sky. Breathing here, and if you need to go easier, drop your right knee down. Okay, if you want to make it a little more challenging, stack your feet. Lift your hips high. Bring your head back a bit. Lovely. Take another breath in. Breathe out. We're going back into plank. So setting the feet apart. Breathe in. Notice your neck and your head. Keep that in line. Keep the pelvic floor strong. Breathe out, heels to the left. So we're going to take our right arm to the sky, and we could start with the right foot in front of the left. We could drop that left knee down if you want to go easier, you need more support. Or stack the feet, one on top of the other. That's harder. Breathe in, hips up and forwards. Breathe out, head back a bit. Watch that top arm. That'll throw you off if it's gone too far back. So keep it right above your heart. Take one more breath in. Breathe out. Let's turn it back into plank. Now we take a breath in. Take your time. Head up in line with the spine. Look forwards. Breathe out, move forwards to come down through chaturanga. Now breathing in, extend the arms back and the legs up, locust. Breathing out, we're going to interlace our fingers. Stretch the hands back, the shoulders back. Breathe in. Breathe out, be here. Now one more breath. As you breathe out, let your hands come down under your shoulders. Keep the legs as they are right now. Now let the legs come down to the earth and rise in cobra. Inhale. Push the floor away. Lift your tummy. Come to your knees. Kneeling plank. Breathe in. Now breathe out. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Lift your hips a little bit. Plank. Breathe in. Breathe out. Downward dog. Ujjayi breath if you can. That whispering sound in the back of your throat. So if we can, we're breathing in and out of the nose. But every now and again, you might let the breath out through the mouth with a sigh, like you're fogging a window, just every now and again, to release the tension in your jaw and all around the mouth. Now walk your feet forwards, halfway up your mat, bringing the feet together. Breathe in, hands to your shins, lengthen, look ahead of you. Now draw your shoulders back. Breathe out, fold in and down, Uttanasana. Drop your head, take a breath. Breathe out. Now bend your knees. Inhale and come to chair pose. Exhale, come all the way up to standing. Draw the hands together down to the heart. Separating your feet hip width apart. We're just going to do this simple thing with the shoulders. It was a really effective way to feel what the mobility is in the shoulders and how you can move them. Bring your arms forwards. Now, this is only your arms and shoulders moving. We're not like rounding our back or moving our hips. We breathe in and we send the fingers forwards from the shoulders. Breathe out and pull your fingers back by moving your shoulders. Keeping the arms straight. Let's do that again. Breathe in, forwards. Breathe out back. It's amazing movement for sore shoulders too. So one more time. Breathe in. Nothing else has changed. Just Tadasana in the body. Breathe out. The shoulders come back. Now from there, let the arms drop by your sides and feel your Tadasana. Huge difference. Let's take our feet together. Breathe in, bend the knees. Now come to chair pose with the arms in front of you. I want you to just breathe in and send your fingers forwards. Breathe out. Now pull it back, shoulders back. That's your chair pose. Shoulders back, heart open. Turn the palms to face each other. Breathe in, let the hands go a little higher. You'll feel your limit. Breathe out, go forwards, bow down. Link your fingers behind, lift them up off your back, bow your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can always bend your knees a little bit if you like. Bend the knees again. Come to chair. Bringing the arms forwards. Remember that feeling in your shoulders. They're drawing back. Now breathe out. We twist. Left arm over the right leg. Palms come together in prayer. And now breathe in. Press your palms together. Lift your chest towards your thumbs. Breathe out. Twist. Take another breath. Line up the knees. Don't let the left knee come forward. Twist a little deeper. Back to chair. Inhale. Shoulders back. Doesn't matter how high the arms go. Breathe out. Twist other way. Right arm over the left leg. Breathe in. Press the palms together. Lift your chest. Breathe out. Twist. You're waking up the digestive system. Another breath. Inhale. Exhale. Twist from the belly. Back to chair. Inhale. Shoulders back, heart open. Now exhale, fold again. Link the fingers behind your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Be here. Drop your head. and let go. Inhale, take the hands to the earth, take the feet back, find downward dog. We're going to move through a connecting vinyasa. Come forwards to plank. Inhale, look forwards, Mula Bandha, pelvic floor connection. Breathe out, lower. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Now you decide, but open the chest, light up the legs, and breathe out. Lift through the middle to come back. Downward dog. Breathe here. Long breath out. Now bring your feet together. We're going to lift the left leg first and just let it rise up. Bend the knee, breathing out. And as we breathe in, open the hip, knee up, heel over to the right. Breathe out, bring the leg back down, feet together. Right leg. Inhale, lift, knee bends. Exhale. Inhale, open your hip. And now exhale, take that foot forwards between your hands. Bring the back knee down. Lengthening forwards through the heart. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, see about getting your hands really firm to the earth. Breathe in, lengthen through the heart. Breathe out deep through the hips. Now from here, if you have a couple of yoga blocks, bring them in. Bring them in onto your hands. We're going to put our hands on them and then breathe in. So if you don't have them, go on your fingertips. As you breathe out, lift the back knee. So if you've got the blocks, try and keep the hands flat on them for this. Breathe in. Breathe out, a little more extension through the leg and also through the heart. Now we're going to hop the back foot a little bit forwards. Put the foot on the ground, put the heel down, toes pointing fairly far forwards. Turn the blocks up on their ends. Bring your hands to your hips. Breathe in and come all the way up to standing, straightening the front leg. Pull your right hip back. Now keep your right hand on that hip. Breathe in and lift the left arm up to the sky. Pause here. Breathe out. Pull the right hip back a little. Left hip comes forwards a little. Take a big breath in. Reach into the fingertips. And now breathing out, we'll go forwards. We're going to keep pressing into that back heel, hinging forwards from the hips. Pause there. Breathe in. Breathe out, go forwards a little bit more, as far as you can. And then drop your hand down, maybe it reaches the block. If it doesn't, put the other block under it as well. Breathe in, now lengthen the heart forward. Still got the right hand on the hip, drawing it back. Breathe out, take that right hand off the hip, open it out to the side. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, push into the back foot. Now wind open to the right from the chest, from the belly and the chest, not just the shoulder here. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, go deeper into the twist. Revolve Trikonasana. Another breath. Anchoring through the back heel, winding open through the chest. Take one last breath. Bring the hand down to the sacrum, right hand. Shift the block forwards, go forwards onto that front leg, lift the back leg up, extend into it, and now twist again, right hand towards the sky. Revolved half moon. Straightening the standing leg if you can. Breathe in, breathe out, rotate. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let the hand come back to your sacrum. Breathe in, look forwards. Breathe out, step the back leg way back now. Get your heel down, ready for warrior one. Inhale to the sky, reach up. Exhale, gather the hands together, bring them down. We're going to shift all the blocks out of the way. Inhale, step back into plank. Now exhale, stay here. Inhale, turn into side plank. Your variation, stacking the feet or one in front of the other or a knee to the earth. Breathe in, Breathe out, come back to plank. Breathe in. We're going to head for side plank on the other side. Set it up, take your time and keep your breath flowing. Stay here, feel the alignment, core connection, even that pelvic floor. And then breathing out, turn it back into plank. No hurry now. Breathe in, pause, breathe out and lower, keeping that strength through the core. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, draw back, downward dog. Feet together. Breathe in. We lift the right leg, bend the knee, breathe out. Now breathe in, open the hip. And breathe out, let the leg come on back down, feet together. Left side. Inhale, let it lift, let the knee bend. Exhale. Now on the inhale, open the hip, the knee out to the side, the heel over to the right. And now we take it through, foot between the hands. Back knee comes down. So if the foot is a little bit back, you'll find your knee is going over your toes. You want to shift the foot forwards till you have this vertical line. Fingertips on the earth. And then we'll see about getting the hands down. And if they won't get right down, get your blocks. The blocks might be books, whatever will work. Take a breath in, lengthen through the heart. Breathe out, drop into the hips. Now take your blocks if you have them, put them either side of your foot, flat or sideways, lowest or middle height, hands on them. Breathe in, lift the heart. And then breathing out, we're going to lift that back knee. And here's our higher lunge. So let's take a breath into this. And as you breathe out, really lengthen, lift and energize the back leg while keeping the heart and the head moving forwards. Now, hop the back foot forwards a little bit. Put the foot down on the earth, get the heel down. Now, okay, we'll stack our blocks up a bit higher. Ready? Hands to your hips. Inhale, come up. And when you get to the top, exhale, straighten the leg. The stance is a little shorter than a warrior one stance. Turn your hips so your left hip comes back, your right hip comes forwards. The pelvis is parallel to the front of the mat, and that's really important here. Okay, left hand stays on your hip, pulling it back, right hand to the sky. Breathe in. Now breathe out, pull that left hip back a little bit more. Okay, ready? Breathe in, reach up. Now we push into the back foot, keep drawing back that left hip and start to hinge forwards. Keep the arm alongside your head. Breathe in, so only a little bit forwards on that first breath. And on this next exhale, we'll go a little bit deeper. Keep pushing into the back leg, drawing in through the lower belly. At some point you reach your maximum, drop your hand down to your block. Remember, you could stack the blocks if you like. Breathe in, lengthen forwards. Don't drop the belly now. Keep the lower belly in. Breathe out. The left hand comes from your hip, just out to the side. Okay, now take a breath in and breathe out. Rotate the upper body. And that's where the movement through the arm comes from, not the arm heading off doing its own thing. Okay, it's directly out from your chest and your chest is turning. Keep breathing. Push into the back foot. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, the lower belly drawing in. There's a lot going on. Take a breath into all of it. Breathe out. Let's take one more breath. Now, top hand to your sacrum, the base of the spine. Look down. We're going to bring this block forwards. It can be as high as you like. Stack it up, but lift the back leg. Now lengthen into it, draw the lower belly in. Left arm out to the side again and turn. It's the same thing on one leg. Breathe in, breathe out, rotate, energize the back leg. Lovely, keep going, 2 more breaths. Last one. And then hand to your sacrum, look down, breathe in, lengthen. Now we're going to step back, way back, heel to the earth. Warrior one, inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the earth. So back into our plank. Inhale. Now pause. Exhale. Side plank to the left. Inhale. So the other thing that you can do is you can be on your forearm if it's too much for your wrist. Inhale. Exhale, turn back into plank. Inhale. Exhale the other way. Set it up now, your side plank. Breathe. One more in-breath. The out-breath takes us back to plank. Pause. Breathe in. Breathe out lower. Rising. Inhale. Your appropriate, your wise back bend. And back. Downward dog. Breathing here. Let's walk on up, halfway up the mat. Inhale, bring the hands back towards your shins. Press against them and lengthen through the heart. Now breathe out, fold in. Wrap your hands around the back of your ankles. Drop your head. Breathe in. Breathe out, drop deeper. Inhale, let's bring our fingertips to the floor ahead of us. Lift the heart, lift the head. Now, heel toe or step your feet as wide as your mat. Turn your toes out a bit, heels in a bit. Bend your knees, coming to a squat. So if you need to, you stay here. The hands on the floor ahead of you, knees pointing at your toes and your hips dropping. But you're keeping all this length in the front body. Now as the hips get ready, as they get used to it, we can drop the hips deeper and sit back a little more, keeping that length in the front of the body. Bring your hands together in prayer at the heart. Now notice if your hands are being pushed up, your knees are being pushed or pushing your elbows in. And if that's happening, we want to send those knees back, elbows wide. And then there's a line from the elbows to the wrists, straight line. If that's just not going to work, you can pop something under your heels or stay with the previous variation, the hands on the floor. Let's take a breath in, get the shoulders back, and lengthen the back of the neck, breathing out. We're going to make our way to the floor, so you can either just sit down if you're nearly there, or go forwards to come down. Be careful. Ease on down. Bring your feet together, your knees apart, Baddha Konasana. Lean over to the right. Put your left hand on your knee. Just ease that knee away from you a little bit. Over to the other side, holding your toes or ankles, or maybe your hand on the floor, but a hand on the knee. Very gentle release, pressing down a little bit. And then to the middle, and now fold in. Now notice, your shoulders don't tense. Keep the elbows in. Relax your neck. And if the hips are not enjoying this or it's showing up in your knees, move your feet further forwards. It really doesn't matter how far we get into this. It's the feeling. It's the release in the hips and the lower back. It's not a target. So take another breath into the feeling. Finding the balance of effort and ease. Your intelligent edge will come up as we breathe in. And breathe out, straighten, settle. Good, now bring your knees up. Stretch your left leg straight out ahead of you and bring your right foot over. So toe to the floor, big toes down. Right hand behind, your left arm comes around the leg. Now lift up from your sit bones through the back of your heart, through the soft palate of your mouth, and then twist around. Look over your right shoulder. Now let the eyes close. Go inside and feel the freedom of your breath and the movement of energy through your body here. Waves of movement. So you're not holding anything static, bracing against that energy. You're breathing, you're moving. It's subtle, but there it is. Expanding, contracting, rising, falling. Even perhaps a little rolling through the neck. And then unwind your head first, turning the head around to look out of the twist, the other direction. And then the whole body around. We'll change legs. Right leg out, left leg up and over. Put the foot flat to the floor. Don't forget that big toe down on the ground. Wrap the right arm around, left hand behind you. Good. Breathe in. There's the length up with that inhale. And then exhale, turning. Go inside. Close the eyes. Breathe deeply, and everything you need to know about this pose is there within you. Feel it. As you're ready, unwind the neck and the head first. Perhaps rolling it or just turning it around to look forwards. And then releasing the rest of the body all the way around. Great. So now let's gather our bits and pieces for Shavasana. I'm going to show you how to set that up. Put on warm socks, put on a warm jumper, grab an eye pillow, a blanket, lots of cushions. We're going to go for it with the props, okay? So as a minimum, you want a cushion for under your head. If you have a bolster, great, and if not, maybe you can make do with some more cushions or pillows. We're going to put the bolster near the end of the mat. We're going to take a block or something similar and put it just under the side of the bolster that will be nearest your head. So you tilt it. Now, get 2 more cushions if you can for your hands. If you have an extra blanket or a towel, it's a nice thing about home, you do have this stuff. You get your blanket and you're going to roll, this is going to go under your ankles. So you roll it up. So it's a little wider than your hips, a little wider, a small little roll. Now, that's going to go there for your ankles. Now, you'll put a blanket or even 2 blankets over the whole lot, one for the lower body and one across the upper body, eye pillow on the eyes. But this is how it will look. You come in and prop your legs up on your bolster. So your knees are up high. Feet dangling the other side, put that little roll under your ankles. Now, you don't want that block digging into your leg, so adjust that, make sure it's tucked in under the bolster. Come back. Now, a pillow or a cushion under your head, and if it's a square cushion, point the corner of it down under your neck to the top of your back. And then these other cushions, I'm going to move them out a bit. You want space for your arms. So try not to be limited in that. The cushions are just propping the backs of your hands. They're not under the elbows or anything like that. just your hands. Okay, so take a moment now, set all of that up, adjust it, make sure you're cozy, you're warm enough. Now drop your body into the supports. Make sure that nothing feels like it has to reach or hold on. And if you have time at the end of this Shavasana, if you have time to linger, to stay, do. Let this lead you into a longer Shavasana. Feel your breath come and go. The softening of your body. Notice your head. Let the head settle. Let the neck and shoulders relax. And let the awareness move down the length of the arms, feeling the ground and perhaps the cushions. Let the arms, the hands, the fingers relax. Now let the awareness flow down through your back. Feel the weight of your hips. Feel the breath in the bowl of your pelvis. Relax any of the muscles around the pelvis. The front, the back, the sides, even underneath the pelvis. Feel the pelvis breathe. Let the legs relax. Can you feel what's under your legs? What's under your feet? Let go into it. Feel the whole back of your body. The whole back of the body sinking into the earth. Front of the body gently rising and falling. Now let the breath draw you inside. Somewhere inside you can feel the rise and fall, the coming and going. Go there. And be patient. Be with the simplicity of your breath and be patient with your busy mind, because thoughts will arise. And we patiently let them go and come back to the breath and back to the feeling. So if thoughts arise, as you let them go, let go of what that brought to your body. Let go of any tensing or tightening. Breathe. Feel. Eventually, we can let go of even watching the breath and just allow ourselves to be. if you have longer, if you have time, stay, linger. Soak up a longer savasana. If you're ready to move on, become aware of your breath. Feel a deeper breath come into your body. And as you breathe it out, let the back of the waist come towards the earth. Roll the kneecaps towards the ceiling and then hold your pelvis steady as you bend one leg, bringing the foot to the bolster, and then the other. Pause. Now roll to your side. And come up slowly from there. So just keep the awareness inwards. Close the eyes again if you can. Bring your hands together at your heart and tune in once more. Notice how you feel, and perhaps any wisdom from your practice that you could bring with you off your mat. Now bringing the palms open across the heart, bring to mind someone you feel grateful for in your life. And then let's breathe in, stretch up to the sky. Breathe out, gather the hands together, draw them down to the third eye, the heart center, and the earth. Namaste.